Alrighty guys, just got to the gym. I have all my food with me, like 2 meals with ground turkey, one with sweet potato, Japanese sweet potato, which is like my obsession. I put the Mega Fit olive oil, like a tablespoon, and then the second meal is going to be avocado, half an avocado with like shredded lettuce that I buy, and then I'm gonna put it in my meal. But just got to the gym, gonna take my pre-workout, gonna do the Evogen EVP Extreme today because we're training legs. I'm gonna dry scoop for the very first time in my entire life, so documenting this. I'm gonna do just half a scoop. I already had an espresso this morning, so half a scoop right here. Okay, 1, 2. Wow, it's sweet. This is sour. Okay, it's good though. Okay, I'm gonna try to bring you guys along with me this leg day today. My legs are pretty like tired. Did some like cycling yesterday, so it might be that. I'm gonna start by warming up and bring you guys along. should probably went heavier on all of my working sets, but I haven't, so 50 pounds. I'm gonna do a third working set here, and then we're gonna move on to our second exercise. Move on to RDLs. Gonna warm up with some lean over or whatever you want to call them, just to stretch everything, and just gonna get the drill of shooting your pelvis up. kind of apparatus?
Well, I've been wanting to, here, if this is gonna go on to the internet, I've been wanting to do forums. You know, I was kind of scrolling on Instagram during my workout. I saw Brett Wilkins was doing a forum roll on that. So I didn't come up with how to do that. Brett Wilkins did.
Shout out to Brett.
Put it together for me.
Shout out to Brett. Shout out to Danny.
Now,
forearm gains.
3 years and then I'll have some forums like that. Well, probably never, but man, I can hope.
It's yesterday I was on the live with the girls from my challenge.
Yeah.
And some girl was like, because I have a supersized like mountain climbers and then push-ups like on their knees or whatever, and then like battle ropes.
Yeah.
And they were like, I can't, like my actual wrists are giving up. So I was like, I would say like the forearms would probably help, but.
And that's why I want to do forearms or even strengthen it, is because my wrists are very weak. Honestly, it's like, it just, in certain situations in my life, I just notice I need a little more wrist strength.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, for like deadlifts.
You would think, you know, we're in the gym all day. I'm one of the personal trainers here, and I'm lifting weights, but I think it actually made it worse. I think it made my forms worse by either spotting and this and that.
Oh, because like you're not necessarily like using a good
No.
form and you're not strong enough. Fair. Do you feel it in your traps? I know like Aldo was always struggling with like.
No, I feel like I don't feel a lot of the stuff. If there's anywhere I feel most is my elbows. But I don't carry a lot of stress in my traps or my body.
At all.
I'm just a mellow dude.
He's a chill guy.
Yeah, I'm just a chill guy.
He's just a chill guy. Good right now, so instead of going into abduction, I'm gonna go into my squats, and then we're gonna finish up with some abduction and maybe some kickback, and that's gonna be a rougher stage workout. Maybe finish up with some walking lunges. I need to do walking lunges barefoot, not with socks, barefoot. I'm gonna do 3 working sets. Alright guys, we are a couple days later after this leg workout. Realized that my camera died. Good job on first day back on vlogging, but I still do want to put a video out there. And I was filming for Instagram the same day, so I am going to go through the footage that I have with you and kind of do a voiceover. So I'm gonna start it back to where we were with the squat. What I want to say is that my workout frequency right now is a lot less, so I'm training between 3 to 4 times a week only, and that would be 2 upper body workout with 1 lower body workout, or 2 lower body workout, 2 upper, being back and like accessory work. I would probably do like arms once in a while, and then I would do like shoulders and chest once in a while, or shoulders with arms, etc. And so this leg workout, I tend to go a little bit heavier, and I'm also, what I didn't say in there is that I am doing Pilates, traditional Pilates though, not the one on reformer necessarily, 3 times a week, and I'm about like a month and a half in already, and I've noticed like incredible changes on my form as well. So going on to, I think that's going to be the 3rd working set on our squat, and I added the wedges underneath my feet, which helps me connect a lot more with my toes. So I'm really focusing on that. Even on Pilates, like the fact that we use our whole entire foot is making me so strong, so much more powerful, and a lot more connected. I can finally feel my right glutes completely contracting the way that I want it. And all of this workout is without squeezing anything, which for me, any squeezing exercise now kind of gives me the ick, because I just feel my body not doing the right thing, if that makes sense. So instead of doing like pure movement with my glutes and my glute muscle, it just feels so different, right? So now I'm really chasing with that full hip extension. And yeah, so on that squat now, I think I'm in my 4 working set. I took my socks off because I felt like I was sliding, so fully barefoot here, which 2 years ago me would have been sick in her stomach, but ended up, feeling really, really strong on these, keeping my chin up as much as I can, and really pressing through my whole entire foot. Went a little bit heavier for my top set, or top working set, which I think that's our 5th probably set. Sometimes, like if I feel really good on my squats especially, I would go for 7 sets even, and just kind of starting to superset one exercise to the other. I try not to go above 4 exercise per leg day, or 5, maybe 5 per leg day, I would say, and not more than that. And that way I can, recuperate. It takes me about like 2 days. I'm normally sore every leg day, like about the same day or the day after. And jumping on to the, I believe, 3rd exercise was those abduction on the gluteator machine, which Body Master just released his new machine. I don't know why I said that, but we have the OG gluteator here, and I am doing it barefoot, which I was like, I could put my whole socks in, but I think I wanted to do something else after that required my socks off still, or I still was going back and forth. Can't really remember, but here I'm doing a couple set, about 15 reps here, fully in onto like a internal hip rotation, which like bringing your legs completely together, and then as the max range of the machine, which gives you a abduction and a little bit of a hip extension too, which feels like amazing, and it feels a lot different. I still use normal abduction machine, don't get me wrong, but once in a while I tend to use that, but the movement is still kind of the same. So after I max those reps out right here, I think I'm moving forward with my elbows. Yeah, I'm gonna finish off with elbows on the machine, and I'm gonna push from a shorter range of motion, so more of a hip flexion. Okay, that cut off, but I think I'm going back into those hip flexion in a little bit, so chest more forward, a little bit outside of the bench, and I'm really just targeting the end range of that motion, which is like a little bit more of that glute med, which you target, but you have more range into that glute med if you get forward. I'm really trying to stay away as much science as I can with my language, because I'm sure I'm not like 100% right, and sometimes I say words that fits what I see or what I feel, and it ends up being like completely wrong. And I do that like a lot. I don't know if it's because my French or whatever, but with that being said, it makes sense to me, so hopefully no one comes at me for that, but also try it for like what it is. So here I am putting my foot down on the pegs, and I'm still like more leaning back, and I do feel this a lot more into my inner lining of my butt, I would say, closer to where. And again, I feel more of the glute max, I guess, in that position, and it feels really, really good. So here you're gonna see the actual execution of the the one I was talking to you about, being like closer and more flexed towards the machine. And but I still try to really expand my spine. Like that's one of the things that I'm trying to do, especially in Pilates. Like it's really just elongating my spine, like the ribs out of my hips, because we're also like we're so braced all the time and like chin tuck and all of these things. Like now I'm really trying to expand my body and make myself more longer, and really having my ribs over my hips and over head over everything, like just being aligned. And so I'm really trying to incorporate that into my workouts, and it does make me feel stronger. I breathe better, etc., etc. So I think here is going to be our final working set, and kind of doing the same thing here. I'm really trying to play with how I'm feeling. I do straight set, but by the time I'm at 15, I don't even know if I'm at 7 or 15. Like it's just the numbers are all over the place. So I'm really going with the feeling, especially with my workouts right now. Like the way that I go into my workout is obviously the same thing I've been doing for years. It's just like going with the flow and very intuitively. And more I do things with my body like outside the gym, like walking or now doing Pilates, and trying to master my craft even more, and feeling more in my body, and changing little things and feeling more my hip, and then having no pain, etc., etc. Like that allows me to progressively overload in other ways than just putting weight. But I am adding some weight on my lift that feels amazing, and again without pain. So I'm like at rep 25 I think here, and I'm really gonna rep it out as long as I can open. I will go, which here, like, I'm really focusing on this stretch. I'm trying to collect everything and really pushing down and really finishing the range. And if I have more into that end range, I would just keep on going. Again, really how it ends up feeling. But there's so much to do on that machine, even though it isolates like one singular muscle. Like the way that you're placing your body, your head, your neck, the tongue in your mouth, like your spine, the way that you press, your intention throughout the movement, like every single thing changes. So there's a lot to do on one machine. So that's why I would say, like, the key to working out, it really is consistency. So if you were to do, and I've been doing, let's say, abduction for the past 10 years of my life, but throughout those 10 years, even though I would be doing abduction with 90 pounds, let's say, on each side, or 90 pounds in the machine, it would still be feeling different because of the way that I press with my feet. If it's more like pronation, external rotation, the intention in my head, like what is the cue that I'm actually following? Like, am I leaning forward, hinging forward, etc., etc. So there's a lot of other ways to progress into your training. So that's why I always stick to the same kind of basic movement. So we're finishing off, I believe, right here with those benches, kickback. I haven't done these in a long time, but I love our booty blaster machine, the old school machine. But I wanted to do cable just because the feeling of the resistance is obviously very different, especially with the Kaiser cable, which is the air loaded machine. Like, you have no inertia whatsoever. So same weight all the way through. And here I am bringing my leg. The cable is a little bit higher, as you can see, and I am bringing my leg cable, like following the cable, and then I'm pressing down first and then extending all the way through, first with knee extension, ankle extension, toe extension, and then I finish off with a hip extension. I believe it's in that order, but that makes sense to me. Okay, so I'm gonna show you now how I ended up switching it up for the next set, which first working set, or like first warm-up set, is always like introductional. It's always first working set is always kind of introductional. It's kind of like how I feel. I normally don't do like a full set unless I feel really good into that set form wise and like apparatus wise. I'm gonna go and kind of dig into it and really do an actual warm-up set. But otherwise it's more so like, okay, figuring things out, like wherever do I feel it. So here I switched up the band. I actually put it on my toes just because the way that I was moving, it just made more sense to put it right there. So I invite you to try it and see how it goes. And the same intentions here, I am bracing myself with my arm and I'm pressing down with my foot, trying to keep obviously my hips stable, and I'm letting my knee I'm letting my knee bend. I press my foot down, slide onto the floor and press down, extend fully, and I finish off with the toes. Okay? And that is a wrap for the workout. I am showing you my post-workout meal, which is ground turkey, half an avocado, shredded lettuce, and I'm having an apple for post-workout. And I am going to give a shout out to the new product of Evogen right now, the Cell Cam, which I am so excited to have this into my stack right now. It is one of the most OG product of Evogen. It has creatine in it, it has ashwagandha. So post-workout, when you are like muscle drained and you just want to, rehydrate and just making sure that you get all the nutrients that you need, and also just letting your nervous system calm down because there's so much stress when you actually work out. This product is key. I cannot wait to just obviously get used to it now, and then that way when I'm into prep for the Olympia, I'm actually going to keep it all the way through. That's what my hopes are for this one. And that's it for the workout video as a whole. So this Cell Cam, and you guys are actually standing on the new protein, the salted peanut butter candy, which I have tried yesterday. It is unreal. It is unreal. I still don't know how the flavor can be so good. And mind you, I always use it most of the, like 99% of the time with water. And I do 1 scoop only. And it tastes phenomenal. So I do that, mix it with yogurt. Have so many ideas of like recipe, how good it tastes. Apparently it tastes like a payday bar, which I'm Canadian. I have no clue what that is. But to me, it tastes like a Ho Henry, if you know, you know. Or like a Snickers bar. But imagine a Snickers bar like upgraded and had like a sea salt on top of it. That's how good it tastes. So yeah, that's a wrap for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm really trying to get back on the groove of thing of just vlogging and sharing things with y'all. I feel like obviously I've been kind of MIA, but I'm gonna wrap it up this video. I think it's a long video actually, but yeah, I hope you guys again enjoy the video, and let me know what you guys want to see next. All right, bye bye.